Hi, welcome to 30 Minutes Yoga. Today we're working on improving our lung capacity, improving our posture, helping to open up the chest. So we'll get started. So we're going to start by sitting on a block or a rolled up mat. I've got my rolled up mat today. You could do use cushions or some large books. So just sitting on the block helps to lift up our pelvis. So we're going to start cross-legged. Hope that feels comfortable. If it doesn't feel comfortable, you could stretch out your legs. So it's up to you, as long as we're sitting with a nice tall posture. First of all, we're going to practice some nostril breathing, which can help to clear the sinuses and balance out the breathing. So if you place just your left hand on your left thigh and bring the right thumb to the right nostril and close off the right nostril. So we're going to do 5 breaths in and out through the left nostril, breathing in as deeply as we can and breathing out as deeply as we can. So breathe in and breathe out. And keep going at your own pace, breathing in, breathing out. Maybe another 3. And 1 more. And then release the right hand to your right thigh and close off with the left thumb, close off the left nostril. Still trying to sit up tall with a tall posture. So in and out through the right nostril. So when you're doing these breaths, really try to feel as though you're bringing air into your lungs and your diaphragm. Keep going. Maybe 3 more. Okay, and release the left hand, and then we'll try again with the left side. So right thumb presses into right nostril, closing off that right nostril. So maybe 3 or 4 deep breaths. Okay, release the right nostril, left thumb into left nostril. So breathing in and out through the right nostril. One more. And release. Okay, so you might have noticed that one nostril is more blocked than the other, a bit more snotty. That just means that it needs balancing out, and doing that, if you notice one more is more blocked than the other, just practice, because mine was definitely my left that's blocked. So I just need to do a few more on my left side. So you can do it anywhere. You can do it seated on the chair, you can do it seated up in bed if you're not feeling too well. So that's one tip for helping to increase your lung capacity, balance out the breathing. So another one is what we call 3-part breath, or full yogic breathing, or full diaphragmatic breathing. So if you bring your right hand onto your lower tummy, your lower abdomen, and your left hand onto your chest. So breathe in and feel the tummy expand and feel the chest expand, and breathe out and feel the chest release and the tummy release. So a few more of those, breathing in, expanding, breathing out, releasing, drawing the tummy in at the end, breathing in, expand the tummy, expand the chest, and breathe out, release the chest, and draw the tummy in. So this is quite exaggerated. I'm just trying to show you while I'm seated. We can also do it lying down. And also to improve your immune system, improve your respiratory system, it's best to breathe in and out through the nose. And try one more. And release the hands out to the side. So trying to work on that 3-part breath again, breathing in, drawing the fingertips up towards the ceiling, stretching up tall, and breathing out, releasing the hands down. And when the fingertips touch the floor, draw the tummy in. Then breathe in, expand the tummy out. And breathe out, release down. And one more, breathe in. And breathe out to release. So when we're doing this deep breathing, it has really lots of benefits, and we can practice it even lying in bed or seated. Anytime we feel a bit stressed, if we can focus on, say, 5 deep breaths, focusing on thinking about that deep breath, it can take your mind away from stress, things that might be going on in your head. So it's good for us psychologically and physically. So we're going to stretch up again, breathe in, breathe out, take our left hand outside our right knee and our right hand behind, and gently drawing the chest to the right. So here we're opening the chest. Again, opening the chest can help ease congestion in the chest and the lung area. And slowly back to the centre, fingertips at the side, breathing in, stretching up again. Drawing the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And breathing out, taking our right hand outside our left knee and left hand behind. And drawing the chest and face to the left. And slowly back to the centre, breathe in again, stretching the fingertips up, palms together, and breathe out, slowly lower. And taking our hands behind now with the fingertips facing forward, we're just pressing the chest up towards the ceiling and looking up towards the ceiling for a few breaths. And slowly coming forward again. And then shaking out the hands and stretching the legs forward if you have your legs crossed. Shaking out the legs. Then coming onto all fours. And from here we'll do a nice shoulder stretch to open up the chest a bit more and release tension in the shoulders. So pressing your right hand just underneath your left shoulder, knees are about hip width apart. And we're threading our left hand underneath, bending our right elbow, and bringing our left shoulder and our left ear to the floor. Then we'll press into your right hand, lift up slowly, and then draw the right fingertips, palm facing up, over to the left. Right ear comes down, right shoulder. And press into the left hand to lift up. We'll do one more each side. So drawing that left finger over to the right. And then lifting back up slowly, and right fingertips draw to the left, right shoulder down, right ear down. And lift back up slowly. Okay, so from here we're going to come forward with our right foot to come into a kneeling lunge. So here, bring your fingertips to the floor and try and stretch your chest forward. We can also bring our left hand and our right hand onto our right thigh. The main aim is to draw your chest forward and your shoulders back, and here we'll take 3 of those full deep breaths. Bring our hands either side of the right foot and stepping the right foot back. And now stepping the left foot forward. So we can stay with the fingertips pressing into the floor, drawing our chest forward. Or we can bring one hand at a time onto our left thigh, pressing your left foot into the floor to help your balance. And again, chest forward, shoulders back, 3 as deep as possible breaths. And then from here, hands outside the left foot, and if we can, we're going to turn our right toes under and step our right foot to the front of the mat. And then we're going to draw up slowly, chin towards the chest, coming up to standing. Okay, so feet hip width apart. First of all, hands onto the hips. We're just going to lift our chest forward, encourage that nice deep breath in, and then tip forward. So just go sideways, so tipping forward, keeping the knees a little bit bent until we've got a nice flat back. Then breathing in, pressing into the feet, lifting up again. Breathing out, soft bend in the knees to tilt forward. Try and just keep the back of your head so it's in line with your back. Breathe in, press into the feet. Breathe out, tip forward. Feeling a stretch probably in the back of your hamstrings or your calves. Breathe in, lift up. And one more, breathe out, come forward. So these are called half forward folds with a nice flat back. Okay, so now we're going to practice half moon, which opens up the chest but opens up the side of the body as well, so a lateral stretch. So we're going to start by the feet apart, and then stretching up the hands, breathing in, breathing out, twist over to your right, so pushing your left hip out to the left, stretching the fingertips up to the right hand side, breathe in, centre, breathe out, fingertips over to the left. Really try and straighten your arms so your arms are by your ears. Push your right hip out to the right. And breathe in again, centre. Breathe out, fingertips over to the right. Breathe in, centre. Fingertips over to the left, breathe out. And one more, breathe in, lift up tall. Out, fingertips to the right. Breathe in, centre. breathe out, left. Breathe in, breathe out and lower. Okay, so now bringing your fingertips onto your shoulders, elbows forward, and then we're doing a few elbow rotations. Maybe another 5, 4. So we've got to concentrate on our breathing. 2 and 1. And elbows forward and back, or opposite way if you're already doing that. Breathing in and out through your nose. 3, 2 and 1 and lower. And shaking out. Then we're going to try those stretches with the feet together, so it'll be a bit more intense. So if it felt enough with the feet apart, keep the feet together. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, fingertips to the right. Breathe in, centre. Fingertips to the left. Breathe in, centre. Fingertips right. Breathe in, centre. Breathe out, fingertips left. One more each side, breathing in deeply, stretching up. Breathing out, fingertips to the right. Breathe in, grow taller. Breathe out, fingertips to the left. One more, breathe in, centre. Breathe out, lower down. Slowly. A couple of shoulder shrugs. Lifting the shoulders up to the ears, breathing in. Breathing out, lower. One more, breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower. Okay, and shaking out, and then coming down to our mats. So we're going to do the Sphinx. So lying on our front. Okay, so Sphinx is another one, brilliant for posture, brilliant for toning the abdominals, toning the digestive system. So good, very good physically. So we'll see if we can draw our chest forward, and we're looking slightly forward. And pressing the elbows into the mat. Should feel a nice stretch in your tummy. Just be careful with your back. If your back feels too compressed or too constricted, you can walk your elbows forward a little bit, which will ease the pressure. Or you can even just relax into the crocodile. And again, focus on that deep breathing. So another 3 breaths. Really breathe in as deeply as possible. Breathe out as deeply as possible. So when we breathe in, we're bringing extra energy into the body, into the whole body, really bringing in that energy for breathing in deeply. We could also, if we breathe in too deeply and hold it, and we're not breathing out deeply, that can create tension and stress. So then we want to concentrate also on breathing out as deeply as possible, and that encourages circulation. It sends like fresh oxygen and nutrients around all the tiny cells in the body. So that's why breathing is so important, and we often forget to breathe properly, especially if we're in a bit of stress in our lives and we're all constantly in fight or flight, and the breathing helps us to come into the rest and digest. And then from here we will go into crocodile, which is to release tension in the back. So just making a pillow with your hands, resting the cheek on the pillow, bring the big toes together and take the heels out to the side. And then from here, practice that deep breathing. So as you breathe in, the tummy expands into the floor. And then as you breathe out, the tummy gently draws away from the floor. The key is to breathe into the tummy, breathe into the diaphragm, the side ribs and the chest. And then releasing the feet, coming back to the elbows, and then really pressing in slowly, lifting up slowly to tabletop. And then coming into child pose, we can practice that deep breathing again. So knees apart and big toes together. Bring the bottom down to the heels. Or you could place a block or a cushion between your bottom and your heels. Main thing is to feel relaxed. So here you can either rest your head on your hands or on the mat. If you want to open the chest a bit more, you can bring your elbows about shoulder width and bring the palms together, and then bring the palms to rest on the back of your neck. This will help to open the chest a little bit more. So here taking about 6 deep breaths, really focusing on inhaling as deeply as you can, and really focus on exhaling, drawing out the last bit of your exhalation. And lifting up again slowly. And here we'll come into bridge. So lying down on our backs. So the movement of the bridge helps us to open the chest as well. So lying down with the feet about hip width apart, knees hip width apart, and palms down, chin towards the chest. First of all, a couple of pelvic tilts. So we're squeezing the pubic bone up towards the face, and then we're tilting back. So we're feeling the back flat into the floor, and then we're feeling the arch of the back. So the back's coming away from the floor, and then a couple more squeezing. And you can practice the breath here, breathing in to tilt up, breathing out to arch away. Breathe in to tilt up, breathe out, arch away. And one more, breathe in, tilt up, and then press into the feet, slowly peel the lower back, the middle back and upper back off the floor. And breathe out, release down, upper back, middle back, lower back to the floor. Breathe in, tilt up, lift up. Breathe out, lower. And then one more, breathing in to lift. And breathe out and hold. So to open the chest a little bit more, if If you like, you can interlock the fingers underneath your bottom and press the feet into the floor, lift the hips higher, getting that opening in the chest. Maybe take 3 deep breaths. Then release the hand, going back down again, slowly breathing out, drawing the tummy in, and lower vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing the tailbone down last. It'll be followed back into the floor and bringing the knees into the chest, hugging the knees in, knees side to side. I'm going to do a reclining twist, which again helps to open up the chest. It's also great for our back area, our lower back, so knees together, feet are together, and we stretch the fingertips out to the side with the palms up or the palms down. See which one feels good for you. And a breath in, deep, breathing deeply again. Breathing out, taking the knees down to the right, and then looking over your left fingertips. So if you try and extend the fingertips away, feel the opening in the chest. The chest is stretching open. Breathe in, knees back to the centre. Breathe out, lowering your knees down to the left. Looking over the right fingertips. Breathe in, knees to the centre. And then slowly bring the knees into the chest. And then one final one to try is the supported bridge. So with our rolled up mat or blocks or cushions, we could try it with the block lengthways or widthways. I'm going to try it lengthways, and I'm placing my base of my spine on the block and then lying down. You have to try and see what works for you. If the block or cushion is too high, this will be too much pressure for your neck. So just see what works for you. The main aim is your back feels supported on your support. Then you can take the hands out to the side, and here with the feet you could try knees together and feet apart. And here we'll practice some of those 3-part breaths. So just to practice that, bring the hands onto the tummy and breathe in, expand the tummy, expand the side ribs and the chest, and breathe out, release the chest, the side ribs and the tummy. So as you breathe in, everything expands in the front. As you breathe out, try to feel as though your whole back's melting into the mat or your support. And a couple more of those at your own pace. Close the eyes. You can stay here on the block or your support, or we can rest out. So stay as long as you like in that. You can stay for 5 or 10 minutes if you've got the time To finish, we would bring our arms above our head, breathing in, full stretch, full deep breath, slowly breathing out and bringing the arms down. Bring knees into the chest, give yourself a big hug. Take the knees down to the right hand side, press into the hands, lift up slowly. And thank you for watching and hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye for now.